everyone, it's your friend Thinknoodles, and welcome to Ask Think for December 2017, the last Ask Think of 2017. Oh, wait, I just had an idea. Okay. And actually it has to do with the first question, which we'll get to in a second. But for this question of the month for you guys to answer, since Christmas is coming, what was your favorite Christmas gift and why? Doesn't have to be the most expensive one or like, you know, what people might think is the coolest one. Just what was your favorite and why? I mean, it could be anything. So, before you get to the questions for me, I do want to remind you to leave your question in the comments below so I can have something to answer in the next episode. Also, don't forget, one question per comment, but you can leave as many comments as you like. And also, if the comments on this Ask Think are closed, go to the most recent Ask Think and ask your question there. Now, the first question, which I was talking about before, is from Squid the Pig Roblox Shenanigans and more. It says, what happened to the question of the month? Why didn't you ask one? So there wasn't a really good question of the month that really piqued my interest, and then I, for some reason, just didn't come up with one on my own, and then I didn't ask it, and then no one suggested one for this month, and then I was gonna ask you guys to put one in the comments for next month, which please do, but then we wouldn't have had one in this month, but now we do. So yeah, I just messed up. I'm sorry. The Quackster asks, have you tasted sushi? I kind of like it. Yes, of course I have. My wife and I absolutely love sushi. It is one of our favorite foods. And if you guys have never tried sushi, because you're like, oh, I don't know, raw fish doesn't sound like something I should eat. It's really good. And if you go to a sushi restaurant or even just a Japanese restaurant, they have sushi on the menu, you can try some rolls or something. And some of the rolls either have cooked fish in them or like a California roll, it's got cooked crab meat. Well, usually it's not real crab meat, but either way. But yeah, it's got vegetables, it got vegetarian ones. You can just get a cucumber roll just to get a feel for, like, you know, the seaweed and, well, I guess in like nigiri sushi, it's just fish and rice and there's no seaweed, but you know, just to get a feel for the textures and kind of the tastes, and then sort of like move your way up to trying the raw fish. And I totally recommend it. It's so good, and it doesn't taste like, you know, really fishy and gross or anything like that. It's really, really good. The Doctor says, I have a question for the next Ask Think. Will you ever do meetups with your fans in New York and the surrounding areas? I know this would be hard because not many people know what you look like, but just curious if you'd be interested in doing something like this, maybe once a month or something. Well, like, I mean, public meetups in like a public space might be a problem just because of crowd control, but I did do a meet and greet thing during Minecon at the 5th Avenue store here in Manhattan, on 5th Avenue store on 5th Avenue. Yeah. Anyway, I had a great time, and I didn't make a big deal about it. I didn't really announce it with a separate video on my channel because I wasn't sure the number of people they were gonna be able to handle. But I think there was about 100 to 150 of you guys, and I had so much fun. Kopi was exhausted after meeting you guys and posing pictures and all that stuff. My wife had a good time. It was awesome. And the Microsoft store really enjoyed the event as well. And I gave them my card, and they said they want me to come to some of their Microsoft events in the future where they do, well, their Minecraft events in the future where they do like learning or teaching people about Minecraft, sort of community events, and they wanted me to come to some of those. So keep an eye out for those with the Microsoft store, because I had a great time and I would love to go back. TrixTuber asks, so what inspired you to be a YouTuber? I mean, me and a lot of people are curious, so it'd be nice if you could answer. Thanks, and Noodle on. And there were 39 upvotes on that. So, well, if you go back and watch my Draw My Life, and I assume that probably all of you guys, if you're watching this, you've seen my Draw My Life. I started by making websites about games, and my two most popular ones were Webkins and Club Penguin. and I would make gaming guides on how to do things and how to find things. Specifically on Club Penguin, I was making them like every day whenever they changed stuff. Well, they mostly changed stuff on Thursdays. Those were the update days, but at least every week there would be something new to do. And I was doing pictorial guides and text guides, and you know, I just decided, you know, video guides would be much better for this. You know, it'd be easier for people to see what I'm doing and what room to go to and how to get to that room or whatever. So I started doing that, and then, yeah, if you look at the beginning of this channel, that's exactly what was there. And then in Poptropica, when I started doing Poptropica guides, I realized, like, you know, in Club Penguin, I could type what I wanted, what you guys should do, but in Poptropica, you can't. So I decided, you know what, one day I was like, you know, maybe if I tell them what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, it might be better. It might be a better walkthrough, might be more fun. And this happened. Matthew Rutherford says, hey, first of all, I love your videos. Thank you. Second, my question is, other than dogs, what is your favorite animal? Mine is a dog as my most favorite. My next favorite is a fish, more specifically, Nemo, a clownfish. He didn't say Nemo. I don't know what his clownfish is. But, so you didn't specify what type, well, you didn't specify whether it had to be a pet or if it could be any type of animal. So I'm gonna go with any type of animal. And I love elephants. Elephants are amazing, amazing animals. Fusion Turtle asks, Thinknoodles, do you like the new iPhone X? I don't like how they removed the home button. I've gotten so used to a home button. Well, first of all, yes, I do love my iPhone X. I love how it feels in my hand. I don't need a case for it anymore. And use it a lot, a lot more than I thought I was going to. But anyway, as far as the missing home button, if you got this phone within 24 hours, you would not even remember having a home button. And it's funny because when I was wiping my iPhone 7 Plus to return it, after getting this one, I'd had the phone about a week, and I got the phone. I was like, okay, yeah, let me turn it on. Okay, good, it has battery power. And then I'm like, okay, and I don't know, it was in like mail or something or Twitter. And I'm like, oh yeah, let me go to settings so I can erase this thing. And I'm like swiping up on the screen, like, you know, swipe, swipe, swipe. And I'm like, what is wrong with this thing? Like, it won't oh, right. The home button, and I had to press the home button. I was so used to swiping up on the screen that I completely forgot the home button ever existed. Our Stew Adventures asks, how do you stay Our Stew Adventures asks, how do you stay optimistic? I don't know. I can't give a strategy or a guide or anything. It's just in my nature. It's really hard to explain, but I always like find silver linings or look on the bright side of things, no matter what happens. And I always firmly believe, and it's not like I'm like, okay, you know, let me pretend like I think everything's gonna work out. I always believe that everything is gonna work out. I just do. And for the most part, it does, because I have a positive outlook. Z-Boy asks, are you ever not able to fall asleep at night? I can find it hard. If so, any tips? Well, I usually do not have a hard time sleeping, so you're kind of asking the wrong person. But, if I take Sudafed, for some reason, you know, if I'm congested and I take a Sudafed before bed, I can't sleep. I don't know why, but it makes it really hard for me to sleep. But, there are a few things that I have, like, for some reason, like literature that I've memorized. I don't know why, but I've memorized it before. And what I tend to do is if I'm having trouble falling asleep, I run through. It's maybe like, I don't know, 2 or 3 pages of a book or a poem, you know, maybe it'd take me 2 or 3 minutes to go through the whole thing in my mind and sort of read it back. I don't have photographic memory, guys. I don't know why I have these things in my head. But if I sort of like read them back in my mind, usually because it's memorized and it's, you know, it's just like repetition, Usually usually midway through the first time going through it, I'll fall asleep. Just because it's like a mindless activity that you're just rolling through and kind of going through the motions. That kind of helps. Ugly Trash asks, morning person or night person? Morning person, definitely. I didn't used to be that way when I was in college, and even after college, high school too. I was a night person and not an early morning person. But my wife's job made us both morning people. When you're a doctor, when you go through residency, you can't not be a morning person because you have to be at work at 5 o'clock in the morning for your entire residency, which can be 3 to 5 years. So you get used to it, and from then on, you're pretty much set. Pokemon asks, dear Think, how fast is the rendering for your videos? I always wonder that, because for example, you made a video about the 4th of July event on Pokemon Fighters EX, but if I remember, the event was over by the time it came out. That has nothing to do with my render speed. Usually, once I'm done editing a video, maybe a 20-minute video, I can render it in about 7 or 8 minutes, and then my upload is quite fast. It's more about my schedule, or I've gone and recorded it and I haven't had a chance to edit it because I've run out of time. It has nothing to do with my computer speed at all. It is just, and that specific one, it's just that I kind of forgot to upload it before the event and I had too many videos already scheduled. Double Trouble says, dear Thinknoodles, I have a very interesting question for you. So you, Dan, and James inspired me to create a family-friendly YouTube channel. And if you remember from me from the Minecraft stream, okay. Double Trouble asks, dear Thinknoodles, I have a very interesting question for you. So you, Dan, and James inspired me to create a family-friendly YouTube channel. Nice. So let's see. So it says, do you consider words that replace swear words, or do you consider them like not swears or swears, such as what the I have a really hard time even saying that for this question. And I think if you are using words like fudge to cover up another word that you might say after what the, I actually don't consider that family friendly, because you're intending to say that word and it almost sounds like that word. So to me, you said the word. Absolutely, if you wanted to make that phrase family friendly, what I would say is, what in the world? You see, that's completely different. It's still the same question or whatever, but and it still conveys like, I have no idea what just happened. But it's not like the same tone. It's not the same word formation. And definitely, yeah, I consider that as swearing, even though you're replacing the word, you're pretty much there. P. Moncada 2348 asks, why do you always make your videos 20 minutes or up? Noodle on. I don't intend to. They just come out that way. Most of the time when I do a recording of anything, for the most part, the recording is anywhere between 40 minutes and, I don't know, 3 hours. It depends. And once they're edited down, they generally end up as around 20 minutes. I try my best to keep all videos under 30 minutes. That's one thing I definitely do, is try and keep them under 30 minutes, because I know if I go over 30 minutes, some of you guys would be like, yeah, nah. But yeah, I mean, I try and keep them, yeah. But I mean, if you look on my channel, a lot of my videos, like my Bedwars and things, are cut down to like 15 minutes, 16 minutes, 14 minutes. But that's just how they end up. I don't know why. Flavius asks, what is your favorite car? And I think when you asked, a week ago. So yeah, so as of a week ago, it is the new Tesla Roadster. If you guys haven't seen it, it's like, whoa. It's like crazy, like 0 to 60 in 1.9. It has a top speed of over 250 miles per hour. Fastest production car on the planet. Also, you can't buy one until 2020. But yeah, that would be my favorite car right about now. Rue the Space Cat asks, hi Think, will you please do a live stream of Bedwars where you just play Bedwars for a few hours without cutting out anything? I had seen this question, I picked it out, and then I decided, you know what? Maybe other people want this. So you might have noticed I have been publishing my live streams of Bedwars, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. It looks like you guys are enjoying it, so I'm going to do more of that. It is super fun to play with you guys, and it actually helps me learn a little bit more because a lot of time you guys are super intense in trying to kill me. So it does really help me learn to defend a little bit more, a little more PvP skills. There are also people who just stand there and moon me. Xbox Terraria asks about how much of the Bedwars gameplay do you edit out in any given video? I mean, it depends. If it's a very fast match, I'd say maybe 10% of it. If it's a long match that gets close to everyone's beds being destroyed, I'd say up to 50% of the gameplay is edited out, because a lot of it is me just collecting resources, not running into people, waiting for the forge to produce emeralds, for example, so that I can get a better bow or armor or whatever. So those parts are a little bit boring. But anything, any of the encounters that I have with other people, any of the PvP, whether I win or lose, which I lose a lot, yeah, those are all in there. Gabriel Thacker asks, how many hours do you spend making videos every day? You make triple the amount of videos as most of my favorite YouTubers. Wow, triple? Pretty sure. Anyway, thank you. Usually, minimum 8 hours every day. Although I do take most weekends off, except on Sundays, I generally make my wife's video and edit it, and make a thumbnail and all that stuff. But yeah, 8 hours, sometimes, 10, 12 hours too. It's not just making videos. Being a YouTuber, there's a lot more to YouTube than just making videos. There's, looking for new games, practicing. I mean, we do practice, well, I guess I don't practice that much. You guys can tell, I know. But yeah, trying new games, creating layouts and thumbnails, and just there's so much that goes into being a YouTuber that you don't really even realize. Zach Xavier asks, what's your real name and what's your wife's name? My name is Justin and my wife's name is Rochelle. Jacob Vance asks, what if you didn't have a dog but had a cat? I would be super sneezy all of the time, and obviously, I think I'd be fat because I walk Kopi every day and we go on long walks because she's a big dog and she needs that. And if I had a cat, my cat wouldn't need to go for walks. Eduardo Delgado asks, why do a lot of YouTubers play on the PC for Minecraft like Dan and James? Please answer this. Well, the reason is that when Dan and James and I, for the most part, most Minecraft YouTubers started playing Minecraft, it was the only version. PC version was the original and only version. Now it's called Minecraft Java, but originally it was the only version of Minecraft, and there was Minecraft PE and Minecraft like Windows 10 edition. There are all these different editions, and now those are all Minecraft, and console edition, those are all Minecraft. But yeah, it's because that was the only version, and that's the one we know. Hashtag Baby Bunny asks, are you planning on making Undertale videos? I've really gotten in the game recently, looking everywhere for Undertale videos, and yes, I've seen all of Dan's live streams. Everywhere? Everywhere? Did you check my channel? Because I have a playlist. I did Undertale, I actually played Undertale before Dan did. Stu the Great asks, how do you get mods on your computer, but without getting a virus on your computer? You have to be super careful and not click anything. It's really tough. It's really, really tough because a lot of the places that mod creators, and they don't mean to, because they're just trying to earn a little bit of money from your clicks from making the mod, it tends to be hosted on sites that are less than reputable, and so they don't mean to do it, but sometimes those sites give your computer little viruses and things. So I would recommend virus protection if you don't know the best way to avoid them. I can't suggest much else because it's a possibility every time you download a mod, not mob. Daniel Tugger asks, why does your username keep changing? Well, it doesn't actually change. I'm using a function on Hypixel that they offer to YouTubers called Nick. My actual username has never changed. It's always been real Thinknoodles. I just don't use that username on Hypixel because that gives me the YT YouTuber tag, and then people target me like you can't believe. Billy the Punk says, think you should make another Hexit series. That was my favorite noodle on. Well, I'm trying to make a new modded series. I would love to do Hexit, but it hasn't been updated past 1.5. And yes, that was one of my favorite series as well. But I do want to make another modded series, whether single player or multiplayer. I mean, I don't know that I can get Dan and James to commit to another series right now, but I would do a single player one on my own. I just need some suggestions, which I asked for in the community tab. So I'm looking over those, guys. I'm working on it. Ugly Trash is not really a question, but you should make a video reacting to your 20K subs Minecraft video. It'd be really funny. You're right. And I mean, I could do it with the Animoji, because then you guys would see me or my facial expressions and understand which one's actually speaking about the reaction rather than the video. The Bubble Chica asks, who do you think's more of a troll, Dan or James? 100% James. Don't even have to think for 1 second. Definitely James. That guy. Emerald Aegis says, hey, Think, why don't you put obsidian on the bed in Bedwars? You always give it to other players. Well, the reason is because in the games I've been playing recently, I don't get a pickaxe or an axe. And I know there's wood, and I know there is some form of brick or something on the bed. And I figure, you know what, that person's building, they probably have those tools, so they can go ahead and put it on the bed. It hasn't worked out for me, as you guys know. So from now on, I'm gonna be putting it on myself. I mean, I earned it. I might as well make sure that it counts, because man, people just, I don't know what they're doing. Well, guys, that is it for this episode of Ask Think. Don't forget to leave your question in the comments below so I can have something fun to answer in the next episode. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and please do become a Noodler today and subscribe. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching, and of course, Noodle Live!